your box. You can literally just invest in your business and boom, you're gonna be happy. Other people can get it done, you can get it done. Hey YouTube family, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Olivia, and I'm back today with another video. I'm so excited to be shooting this video because it's long overdue. As you guys know, I haven't really been posting, and it's just been so crazy. But as you guys can see from this title, this is not a hair video. This is going to be a video where I'm just kind of giving some sort of motivation to those who use it like that, or advice. And this is not a paid video. The Boss Palace did not pay me anything. It's not a sponsored video, so I'm just really sharing with you guys how I've managed to run my business in 2020. You know, it's been a rough year for everyone. So before I go any further, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe right now, and turn on your notification bell, because I want to do something like a business series and all that stuff like right after this. It's the first time I actually had courage to speak, like talk in front of the camera. Like, I'm so used to always like just reviewing hair and talking about hair. So I'm really happy to shoot this video. And before I go any further, I must give a shout out to this company. They sent me this beautiful gorgeous unit, and the company is called Love at First Sight. This company can be found on Amazon. I actually purchased through Amazon. So this was like a 12-inch kind of bob hair, and it's a 13x4 frontal, and I must say it's really a gorgeous wig. So I'm just gonna leave the details of this company in my description box for any of you who would want to purchase this hair. It's so beautiful. I got so many compliments. It's just so amazing, and you know, it's so soft, like no shedding whatsoever. Guys, this is one of the most legit companies. Second time I'm getting hair from them, and it's nothing but good stuff to say about it. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how I made 1K, how I was able to make 1K in my weekly sales, like for probably 3 months during this summer. You know, it was hard for everyone, but I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed. Like, I always consider myself blessed because I was able to run my business smoothly. Especially I started in between the pandemic. Like, it was crazy, but the support I got was so amazing. And I'm just telling you that if you want to start a business, like, don't wait for the right time. Just start with whatever you have. I initially only invested $300 in the beginning of this business, and I purchased my vendors from the Boss Palace. You guys can find them on Facebook, and you know, they're making so much noise. You see them on Facebook, you see them with all these celebrities. So I purchased my vendor bundle from the Boss Palace. That was, I think, about May, at the beginning of summer, and I was really skeptical in the beginning, and I was broke. When I tell you I was broke, it was just like a huge sacrifice, because I've always had this like business kind of vibe, and and the first time I was selling like on Poshmark and Messari, and I would use you know, I'll go to AliExpress and just like inbox, contact the sellers and ask them if they offer wholesale prices. So that's how I was pretty much able to buy certain things, because you know, AliExpress has everything. So I would inbox this vendor, crazy, I know, right? But I was still able to pull it off, like, let's say a year ago. But I wanted a variety of stuff, and I just really wanted to have like, boom, here are my vendors. So that's why I purchased a bundle for, it should have been like $150 or $170, and it came with an e-commerce guide, like on how to start a business. It came with over 300 vendors, like different kind of vendors, not only clothing vendors, makeup vendors, shoe vendors, personal clothing vendors. I'm sorry, I keep looking this side. I feel like someone is looking at me, and I'm on my own. So yeah, so it had like different kind of vendors. You know, I'm gonna see if I can like put it somewhere in the screen and just show you guys how much I spent and all that stuff, because I have it in my email, but I really didn't prepare for this. Like, I didn't write down anything or whatever, but I'm gonna definitely put it like somewhere in the screen and show you guys what my package consisted of and the pricing. So it should have been about like $170 to $150, and I'm like a clothing person. I love hair too, and I've been selling hair because they had hair vendors too, but I really wanted to focus on clothing and, you know, purses, like accessories, like getting pretty kind of stuff. So I went ahead and I took that leap of faith. I purchased the vendors because I mean, I really needed it at that time, and I needed some sort of like guide, because like, trust me, if you don't know, you don't know. You can check Facebook, you can check, you can Google stuff, you can watch YouTube, but I just really, I'm so glad that I bought this because it had a lot of information, and that wasn't even it. They had like so many other bundles, like 300, 200, but I'm gonna start with 170. So at the beginning of summer, I knew I wanted to do something, you know, that's going with the season, like the current season. So I remember I had like $300. I have everything in my books because I like to kind of like document everything. So I think I started with about $300. That was my first investment. Yeah, it was $330. Like, I know you guys won't see everything, but this is the amount of money that I've been put in the business since I started it, and this was sometime in May. So I started out with like 30 swimsuits. I was doing swimsuits. So I did 30 swimsuits, and I didn't have a website by then. I had an Instagram page, but I had a local business group here in Orlando because I live in Orlando. So that was where I actually wanted to sell this stuff, and I went ahead and bought 30 swimsuits. Everything was like discounted and stuff because, you know, you're talking directly to vendors, and they obviously want you to buy in bulk. You're not just gonna buy like 3 or 5. So I bought 30. I started with 30, and I remember the first week was not really a good week. I would post and people would ask my prices. Like, I'm not gonna say how much I sell them right here, but people in the group would ask prices and all that stuff, and I would tell them the price, like, oh, it's this much. And you know, some people like to be cheap, and they're like, oh no, why is that so expensive for a swimsuit? But you know, I was getting like designer stuff, so you know, the price is kind of higher compared to like ordinary stuff because the quality was actually really good. So the vendor was kind enough, you know, they sent me everything. I paid for shipping. My stuff came here in no time, like 3-4 days, 5 days, let me say 5 days. That time COVID just kind of like started, and then it kind of went down, so I got my package really quick, which was really nice. So I posted my swimsuits. First week, nobody's saying anything. Second week, these swimsuits just started moving like that. And I remember, I think I made about 1,000 plus the third and the second week together. It was like 1,000. So all my swimsuits were gone, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so amazing. So I went ahead and purchased more swimsuits. I think I did like 50 the next time, and guys, when I tell you, every week I was sold out. Every flipping single week I was selling out. And then I started trying to contact other vendors to kind of put in more stuff, because you know, it's not really just about swimsuits. Like, people want bucket hats, people want throws for summer. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just gonna be showing you guys a few stuff, and I really developed a really great relationship with this vendor. They were able to like give me discounted prices. They were able to send me like free stuff to try out. Like, I'm so grateful, because it's not really easy to find good vendors. And trust me, some vendors out there, you message them, because most of these vendors are Chinese. Like, I wanted to do the Chinese vendors because doing the USA vendors required you like to have an EIN number, and I didn't have one at that time. So I was still trying to like kind of educate myself and read the e-commerce guide and everything. So I was like in the process of making my website. But listen, the girls in Orlando like supported my business, and I mean, if you're watching this, you're from Orlando, like, I don't know if you might recognize me, because you know, it's so many people. But listen, I was sold out every week. I was getting orders like boom. And then I think when it was like the end of July, I was making over 1K a week. Like, no cap, I was making over 1K a week. I had everything documented in my little business book. So these were June sales. Like, everything here was June sales, and you know, I was pretty much just writing everything, like what the person purchased, because I had everything, like the sizes. I put everything on the side. So pretty much just writing what the person buys and putting the sizes, the amount of money, and how much they paid. So some people pay through Cash App, some people pay through Zelle, and you know, some people give you cash. So it was really going good. Like, it just kind of motivated me and told me like, I need to add more stuff, and I need to try to sell online. Like, I need to try to sell on Instagram. I need to create a website and just kind of market myself. But what I'm selling right now, or what I was selling during the summer, was mostly like brand name stuff. So I personally, I'm trying to launch my clothing line probably in November or December, because I've been working on it for the past 6 months, and I'm really such a perfectionist, so I don't really have everything together. So I'm really taking my time, because this is like my baby, so I really want it to be perfect. I want, you know, my dream, I just want it to be like there. Like, I don't want to be like I rushed or whatever. So I'm really taking time with it's called Lax by Olivia. I already have an Instagram page, I have a website too. So I'm just setting up things, and I just want like some really classy, chic, like outgoing stuff, like everything. I want purses, I want watches, I want hair, I want everything, but I just want that to be my brand. So I feel like starting this really has it's helping me actually fund my actual dream, which is to have Lax by Olivia. So this was really such a last minute thing, and it just worked out in my favor. And I told myself, I said by December I want to hit like 10K, and let me tell you guys, I'm almost there. It's crazy, like I'm literally almost there. So, you know, I document all my sales. I just write down all my sales, like everything is written down. And when you're in business, you just want to keep track of everything, all your sales, your losses, because I mean, sometimes I'll ship out stuff to other like cities here in Florida, because the Orlando group is kind of like, you know, it's broad. Some people move to other states, so I was actually shipping out stuff, and it was really going well. So yeah, I was making like 1K a week, and you know, with that money I was really disciplined, because you have to be disciplined with business. Like, I didn't go out there and start buying bags, whatever, because I know those things are gonna come with time, but I really just reinvested most of my money. Like, I was really strict, and you know, I just reinvested all my money back in the business. And I opened a separate account where I'll put money for the business, because you want to separate like the business money and your personal money. And you know, sometimes I'll get like maybe 200, and you know, just a 200 or maybe like 100, because I have a regular job too, a 9-to-5 job. So I wasn't really like mainly depending on my business, because this is like something I want to fund my dreams. So I wasn't trying to mess up any of my funds. So we're in November right now. No, we're in October. So yeah, I would say the best months for my business was June was kind of like, you know, July, August, September, these 3 months, guys. Like, I was selling out like crazy. I started getting slides and, you know, all this cute stuff. So one thing I would advise anyone who wants to start a business, like, you always have to study your market and see what people around you like. And it's really nice to have everything for a season. Like, you want to get everything that you know, like, oh, people want to like this for this season. So one thing I'm gonna say is I'm already starting to plan next year's summer. Like, I know there's gonna be new trends, but I want to write down everything and just kind of plan. So next year, once it hits summer, I'm gonna start selling. Because if I started earlier, if I put in like the effort earlier, I would have made more money. But like I said, I was just starting and taking a risk. So I'm really happy that I found the Boss Palace, because I'm actually using vendors from that. I'm using, like, the personal vendor I have for Lax by Olivia is from the Boss Palace. So it's really such a good investment, because you don't really have to hassle or say, oh, am I gonna get this? Like, you have all your vendors right there. You want to buy shoes, you want to buy this, they're right there. And you'll be so lucky to find a vendor who has like most of the stuff you're looking for. Like, you want to specialize in clothing, they have shoes, they have bags, accessories. So you just kind of like trust that one vendor. So this specific vendor is from China, and they deal in mostly like brand stuff. So they have like brand bags, they have everything, brand name, you name it. So I would say it was actually a good idea to do brand stuff, because I feel like people actually really appreciate brands more than regular stuff. Like, that's my observation. Like, people don't hesitate to say, oh, I got a Gucci swimsuit. Like, people will buy, compared to like I have a swimsuit. So I'm just gonna be showing you guys a few stuff, because I'm like really sold out now. So season is changing, and I started purchasing like tights and all that stuff, you know, for winter, even though it doesn't really get as cold here in Florida. But you just want to have those stuff, because you know, some people travel out of town. So Like, don't restrict yourself, just buy everything. And trust me, there's always going to be a customer out there. There's always going to be people who support. You know, some weeks is slow. Let me tell you one thing about business. Some weeks were really, really slow. Like, I'll make like 200 in sales, and there's 1 week where I didn't sell anything. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But it goes hand in hand with like posting. If you're doing business, like if you don't have an online page or whatever, it's more of the effort you put in. So I had to post on Facebook every day, you know, so people don't go by my posts. Like, people see you posting and they're like, okay, what's this girl selling? Like, what else do you have? I'll be like, oh, I can get you slides, I can get you whatever to match. And you know, that's how everything just went so good. So now seeing that seasons are changing, I've been focusing more on like tights, and not really brand name tights, but just really, really cute tights, like nice scarves, like hats and all that stuff, like sneakers, all those stuff, guys. Like, you find it at the Boss Palace vendors and so much more. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna show you a few stuff. This is like a few of my swimsuits. You know, just like simple stuff. This was one of the swimsuits I sold, but these didn't really sell as much. Like I said, people appreciate more brand stuff. And like, listen, I hate when people like, oh, don't buy designer, don't buy this, black people, whatever. Like, listen, we only have one life, we're not here too long. So if you see something you like, get it. Like, nobody should try to dictate your life or tell you what to like or what not to like. So yeah, this is actually like a kid's Burberry swimsuit. It's one of my last ones because I had so many. So this was really, really cute. You know, I sold out of these real quick. And yeah, so this is just one of some of the many I was selling, and these are like my last ones. I'm down to my last ones. So it was like these in different colors, you know, bright summer colors, and I was getting like these two, and you know, I was just selling everything. Like, look at that. These are like little straps for your bags. I'll just put my hands on anything and put it out there, and there's always gonna be people who wanna want your stuff. Like, don't feel scared. Like, being scared is there. Like, it's okay to have fear and all that stuff, but listen, just pray to God all the time. And when you're starting your business, like, commit your business into like God's hands, and you know, have a goal. Tell yourself what you want to achieve by a certain time. I remember when I started my business, I told myself, I said, I want to have my own apartment, I want to save a certain amount of money, I want to buy a car and all that stuff. And all those things are kind of just like falling into place. You know, everything is falling into place because I have a goal. So even when I'm selling stuff, like I'm advertising, I'm developing, like, you know, relationships with clients. Like, I tell myself that I have a goal at the end of the day. So, you know, you want your clients to come back to you. Like, there's so many people selling this stuff. If I look at, if I show you guys the Orlando business page, like, it's like me and 50,000 other girls. Like, there's so many people in this group. So everyone is selling things. Like, everyone is selling the exact same thing as me, but it's just how you actually come out to your customers, how you package everything, your customer service. So all these things kind of like blend in together. And like I said, you always have to pray for your business. Like, when I started, I prayed for my business so hard. I told God what I want, and I still tell God what I want. So you always have to like commit everything into the hands of the Lord. Like, I look at verses, and I remember one time I had like, I think I ordered too much stuff, because at the same time you don't want to have too many stuff, and then, you know, it's not really motivating when you just see like a whole bunch of stuff and people ain't buying stuff. So I remember I had a whole bunch of stuff. I ordered like 2 boxes from China, and I sold like half, because, you know, some days will be like so slow, like no one's gonna buy anything a day. Then 3 days later, boom, like you're getting orders, boom, 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 like orders are coming in. So, you know, looking at your stuff is just kind of like, oh my gosh, people are not buying. What am I gonna do with all this stuff? So I always just put my hand, like every time I get my stock, I always like pray and tell God, like, Lord, I want everything gone. I want all this stuff finished. And listen, it's just been so crazy after that. And you see, I have these like little bucket hats. These were like from summer, so oh my gosh, I'm gonna mess my hair up. But yeah, this was like one of the stuff I was selling. I still have a number of these. People are still buying these, so, you know, it's pretty much just anything. I don't want to mess my hair up. But anyway, yeah, you guys get the point. Like I have a whole bag of stuff, like little lingerie and stuff, you know. It's just like a lot of stuff. And when I thought about it, it was too late. Like not that it was too late, but you know, summer was coming to an end. So I saw a lot of people like having these little Instagram pages. They don't really have websites. Most of them I've come across don't really have websites. But I was able to work with influencers. Like I follow a couple of people who do paid promotions, and you know, they have like 100,000 followers, they have like 150 followers, they have like 80,000 followers. I have like 3,000 followers, and they do promos for like, you know, $20 a day, $25 a day. Like you want to engage with the influencers, people who have big followings. So I would pay. I remember I set up my page, let's say 2 months ago, and every time I paid an influencer, I would make like over 5 or 10 sales in a day just from paying for that ad, paying for that promotion. So you know, they promote your product and your services on their Instagram stories, and you know, people follow your page, people inquire and all that stuff. So I was able to pull some sales from other states too. So I was just thinking, I was like, damn, I wish I started I wish I really like put in more effort to my page, because I noticed that people on the page wouldn't even ask me for discounts and stuff. Like they'll just buy, be like, this is the price, they'll buy. But you know, locally people are like, oh my gosh, can you give me like $10 off and stuff like that. So I would have made more money selling on Instagram too. So you know, you just want to kind of be really quick when thinking, like boom 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 boom. And of course, I don't really sell this stuff on Poshmark or Messari, because you know, like a little bucket hat like this could get you flagged from the account, because these look like those what do you call this, Prada bucket hats. So they don't really allow you to sell brand stuff. It's not authentic. So I really avoided selling on Messari, on Poshmark. Like people do it, but I personally, I just didn't want to risk losing my accounts, because I've been flagged out I think like 3 times. And when I created my last account, I just keep it strictly for hair and non-brand items. So you guys, I'm just telling you, you really need to put some goals down. Like I remember at the beginning of this year, before I actually thought of doing this, I had all my notes. Like this was the first page. I was like, thank you Lord for a new year. And then these were like, I'm just gonna cover it because I don't want to see people seeing my goals, but that was like 2020 goals, you know. So I put down my 2020 goals, and as you guys can see, like the green marks mean like, you know, I've hit those goals. Like saving a certain amount of money by a certain amount of time, you know, living within my means. That's also important, because sometimes you make a little bit of money and you want to start going out spending. And I'm not saying you shouldn't go out and spend money on yourself, but you really have to be disciplined. You know, you have to be really disciplined, and you know, commitment requires a lot of discipline. So I kind of really stress the fact that you have to be disciplined. So yeah, I've been really disciplined with my money, and I said I wanted multiple streams of income. So I do like hair on the side, like I do hair reviews, which I do get paid something for it sometimes, which isn't really bad because I'm at 500 subscribers right now. So some companies really don't want to give you much, they just want to send you a few wigs. So I mean, I've worked with companies, they send me here, I just, you know, I wear it once, I promote it. Even synthetic wigs, like I'll promote the wigs, do my videos, and I'll just post the wig on my Messari or my Poshmark, and you know, someone is gonna buy it. So I really haven't lost anything, you know. They sent me a free wig, I just posted it and I sold it, so I didn't even pay anything for it. So you know, so you want to have different streams of income, like especially if you have a lifestyle that requires you to buy a lot of stuff. Like, you know, I know there's some people who like plain jeans and there's people who like things. Like I'm one of the thing likers. I like buying anything. I see something and say I want to buy it. So I kind of separated that. Like I'll use my hair from Messari, I'll use my money, I'm sorry, from Messari, Poshmark. I'll just say this is gonna be for whatever I want, you know. Like if I want to get hair, if I want to buy a purse, like, you know, obviously like expensive purse, but if I want to get like a $50 purse, whatever, I say I'm gonna use what I get from my other, you know, streams of income. But for this one, I'm like, no, this one is kind of like, it's really bigger than just this. Like I have so many thoughts, so many plans for it. So this was really a business that I've been so disciplined with, and let me tell you, I've been able to do so much. And yeah, okay, so my video is gonna come to an end now, and I just want to conclude. Like I said, I've been making over 1K like this week alone. Like, this is a Wednesday, but I already made like a decent amount of money, like really decent. So this is just from this week's sales. So this is about 500. Yeah, that's because, like I said, the season is changing, so I really just want to get rid of my stuff, so I had to sell them cheap and do some like clearance sales. But now I'm focusing more on like shoes and you know, like purses and, you know, different stuff, things that don't really have a season. I feel like actually sell better. So, you know, accessories, little headbands. I had headbands I sold out already, and I want to get more. But you know, like I said, every time you gotta sit down and make a plan. Like, you just don't want to wake up and say like, oh, I'm gonna order this. Like, you gotta make a plan, put it on paper. It's always important that you put whatever you're planning on a paper. Plan everything. Like, just plan everything. Don't just wake up and buy stuff. Plan everything. Make a budget, or say how much you want to make, and you know, how much you're gonna spend, how much you want to make, and how much you're gonna price everything. And you know, it's really gonna help you, because you make a mistake, you know, everything is in the book. You go back to your notes and see what you can change on how your plan, you know, kind of like, you know. So yeah, make sure you write down your goals, make sure you write down your plans. Don't forget to be very committed to your business, because I mean, it's yours. Nobody's gonna run it for you. No one is gonna promote you. Stop waiting for your friends to promote you. You're always gonna be disappointed if you're waiting for people to support you or to promote you. Family, same thing. I mean, there's always people who are gonna support you, who are gonna promote you, promote your craft and all that stuff. But don't always wait to say like, oh, like my family can't even put me out there. Sometimes you have to put yourself out there. You know, this is your dream, this is your goal at the end of the day. So you want to put in all that work, okay? You want to put in all that effort. Like, it's you, it's all on you. Put in that effort on your own, and you will see the results. And you planning on starting a business, like, there's never a perfect time. Never a perfect time. Don't wait till you have $1,000. Don't wait till you have 5K. Like I told you, I started with 300, and obviously as time went by, I did put in a little bit more money. Like, I remember the time I did 30, then I did 50, then I did 100. When I was doing 100, I knew I had to put in more money, so I did put in more money. You know, you gradually just like keep on investing in your business. And like, even right now, I have like a savings account where I put in everything that I've been making. And you know, with my regular job, whatever sources of income I have, like, I'll get money from there and put it back into the business, and you know, get it back later on. So you pretty much just really need to plan everything. And like I said, fear, take it out, okay? Everything is hard in life. Business is hard, working for other people is hard, but choose your heart. I saw this meme on Instagram, and it says, there's nothing easy in life. Like, there's no easy way out of anything. So choose your heart, okay? Choose to sit at home and, you know, not do anything, wait for your 9 to 5 check and pay your bills, remain with nothing. That's hard. But promoting your business every day, going on the internet every day, looking for the latest trends, contacting your vendors, all that shit is hard. Like, pick your heart. Like, I stay up until like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning sometimes talking to these vendors, because, you know, because of the time difference. Usually it's morning over there when it's like nighttime over here. So I'll stay up all night, like talking to them, making sure my orders are perfect. Like, people who come in and trust me, give me their money to order them stuff. So I have to make sure these things are perfect. So I'll go to bed like 4 in the morning, you know, just making sure everything is in check. And last but not least, don't forget to, like I said, pray for your business. So, you know, always commit whatever you want to do. Always, if you're a Christian, I'll say always commit your plans to the Lord. There's a verse that I always go through, and you know, it's always talking about how you need to, whatever you're planning, put God in it and you never fail. Okay, you have some hiccups here and there, you have some bad days, but you never fail when you commit your plans to the Lord. And that's what I have been doing, guys. Like, anyone can do it, you can do it. Like, don't let anybody tell you can't do something because everyone else is doing it. Like, the end of my video, guys. I'm really happy I finally put this video out there, because I've been wanting to do it for a really long time. So I'm so glad it's finally out. And I'm gonna start like a little business, because I'm doing some online course, so I'm really trying to get more knowledge about business and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see you guys in my next video, and I'm gonna put my handles, like my Instagram handles and my pages too, so you guys can see how I post on my pages on Instagram, mostly. For Facebook, no, I can put the link here for Facebook, because it's like it's a group only kind of accustomed to the Orlando area. So I will put my Instagram handles for both my pages, so you guys can just keep excuse me, look out for Locks by Olivia. Like I said, it's gonna be launching in November or December if I'm done with everything that I've been doing. But I have a website. I did everything on my own, single-handedly. Like, I'm gonna put all the links in the description box, and you guys can give me your opinions. And I'm also gonna leave my IG handle, so you guys can DM me if you have any questions. And if you're thinking twice about purchasing a vendor list from the Boss Palace, like, I think you should do it. There's vendors, there's free vendors everywhere, but it's really hard to just get trusted vendors. Okay, so many people approach me on Instagram, I'm a vendor from this, but you can't really trust these people. Like, but I would say the vendors I've had from the Boss Palace, like, none of them has let me down, none of them has scammed me. I know people getting scammed, and listen, it's vendors, it's like a whole bunch of vendors. Like, when I tell you it's over 300 vendors, different kind of vendors. Okay, airport vendors, blah blah, shoe vendors, custom clothing vendors here in the USA, because if you're in the USA, you probably want vendors from the USA, because the shipping time frame is obviously less than compared to China, because sometimes it's like 2 weeks wait or whatever. But you can get all the vendors that you need. So anyways, guys, like I said, I've come to the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And if you guys want to support my business, like, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, everything is gonna be in the description box. And I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. I'm so grateful and thankful for everyone who's tuned in today, and it's gonna be bye.